Happy New Year, everyone. I take that as you can hear me. Oh, let's get her roof up here.
Yo,
Yo. What is happening?
eh, just getting things done.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know. GM.
You know,
We'll get into it in a second here. I'm also getting things done.
seems like it's that time of day.
Bright and early.
Woke up kind of late, but that's the way it is.
Yeah. Right. I've got a new fresh 2026 agenda.
Oh shit!
It's the same. It's just a different document.
You don't have to tell them. If they never looked, they wouldn't know.
Yeah, it's true. That is true. All right. Like a morning show. Let's get this thing started. Boy. Anybody else get like a million spam callers?
I started. Set it up so it just goes to answering machine, and I've been blocking them all. Yeah,
Oh my God, it's crazy, man.
I'm trying to block them
And
all.
it's weird because they're like, some of them call me from like my hometown,
Yep,
and I don't live there anymore.
yep, yep. That's how you know. If it comes up with the phone number that matches your phone, but you don't live there anymore, that's a spam call.
Yeah. I'm like, what is this? Why are you calling me from such and such, such and such?
Yeah.
I haven't lived there in like 20 years.
Fucker.
Literally, maybe longer, you know.
Yep.
Oh boy. Um, yeah. Yeah, I gotta block them. But anyways, let's get started. We're a couple minutes into the meeting, and yeah, just some opening remarks. We are into a new year. New year, new me,
Ooh,
right? I hope everybody's got their New Year's resolutions. Maybe it's a little too late to say Happy New Year to people, but Happy New Year.
yeah, fuck you. You're getting it anyways.
Yeah, and you know what else I'm getting right now is I am getting some rewards dropped to me, and the way that I know that is through
Boy
the
wallet.
notifications on Voy Wallet. So it's good stuff. New
You're
year,
gonna
new
get more.
me.
You're gonna get
And
more. I gotta top up Shelly.
what's that? Yeah, I guess we should let them know that this is happening right now.
I gotta no, but I gotta top him up with units so you can get some units shoved right in your wallet. Um,
Yeah, there's that too.
yeah.
But yeah, anyways, lots of things happening. I know we've had some updates that we can go through in a minute. I don't see Zarmian here right now, but I do see Ludo up here. So in a minute or two, we can get through, some of these other updates, and we can talk about Airmid and, some of the other things that Ludo has been working on as well. But I know Voy Wallet. I haven't seen any big significant updates since the last, big one with the experimental features. It is pretty sweet though, getting these notifications. I love it, especially when we're getting paid out in things like WAD from Humble. It's cool.
Hmm.
Um, I know that the Dex aggregator, Snowball Dex aggregator, has also been embedded right into that wallet as an experimental feature too. So anybody listening that wants to check out the Voi mobile wallet, it's Voi Wallet, and turn on those experimental features. They're pretty cool. You can message people, encrypted messaging, and also tap into the Snowball Dex aggregator. We'll jump down to House of Voi. House of Voi, haven't heard a whole lot from that team in a while. I know the last thing that I did hear from them was they have a team in Ukraine, front end team that is working on, um, some of the, excuse me, user interfaces for House of Voi. I did see some previews for it. They look pretty cool. Like the animations looked kind of cool, and the screenshot that I saw looked cool. But other than that, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if Chris was on the builders meeting this morning to talk about it, but um, yeah, I don't know. I think it's coming along as far as I
He
understand.
was.
He was. Okay, great. That's fantastic. And I'm sure he was probably talking all about House of Voy and how far along they are. I know that there is conversations about having a WAD machine as well. So, um, being able to use WAD as a form of payment in gambling. I think that's a really cool way to get some more WAD distribution as well. So, looking forward to that whenever it happens. Don't have any dates or anything just yet, but I can talk a little bit about Dorkfi updates. There have been a bunch of different updates since the last time that we've met. Um, yeah, a whole bunch of different things. So I think one of the bigger things was, excuse me, was the interest accrual update, where we've heard from our end users that they wanted to see more frequent updates on interest accrual. So there's now a feature on the portfolio page that allows you to just quickly hit refresh and it will run out and engage with the market and give you the most up-to-date interest accrual uh, that you may have uh, experienced for either earning or if you're borrowing, it'll update the interest accrued for the debt that you may owe as well. So we're listening. We love your feedback. I see PK in here to keep it coming. It's really, really helpful to have a really solid feedback loop. And I know that we've got, a whole bunch of other folks. Nuss has provided a ton of feedback for us as well, and so has people like Gov, and I know Rome has been more recent with his feedback too. Bogan's been super helpful. So this is what makes a really strong platform better, and we wouldn't be able to be successful without any of that feedback loop as well, and getting our users to provide us some ideas for how to improve. So that's really what we're focusing on. Another thing that we recently did was we actually rebalanced some of our treasury across Voy and Algorand to really simplify some of the holdings there, reinforce our WAD peg, and also reduce any fragmentation. So what we did was we really consolidated capital into some of the core assets, WAD and Voy. We added additional liquidity to key markets, WAD, VOI, AUSDC, Unit, and Folks. We've also supported the WAD peg by converting USDC to WAD on Algo as well. So, did some rebalancing there. We also, from a team perspective, we increased the depth and liquidity on Unit as well. So there's now Unit once again, I should say, unit and go BTC pairing. So that's going to increase, um, our depth and liquidity on unit. And I think that, if we can encourage some more folks to also provide LP with kind of stronger assets, I would say, on unit, I think that that would be helpful overall as we start to see a little bit of a market turnaround in terms of price with, say, the the large blue chip Bitcoins, ETHs, Algorand even is seen a decent little turnaround there as well. But I think that those pairs would also help, the price impact on unit as well. So we did a few things there, um, and really cleaned out our treasury and enforced our uh, depth in our liquidity as well. There'll be some more depth and liquidity coming. We're in the process of getting a Coinbase business account set up, which has taken a lengthy amount of time. I'm not surprised because they need to do their due diligence. They need to do all their KYC. They've come back to us, 4 or 5 times now at this point, and with some follow-up questions. But once we have that set up, we will be deploying even more depth and liquidity for pairs of USDC and WAD. The other kind of minor thing that we did too, well, I guess it's not quite a minor thing, it is a major thing. But we did a little bit of a facelift on some of our collateral factors and interest rates for the broader markets for the most part, uh, on the algo side and on the voice side, blue chip type assets as well. So feel free to check that stuff out. I think you're gonna like what you see in terms of the pairings out there on different dexes and the yield that is accruing on different dexes as well outside of just DorkFi. So I encourage anybody who's a DorkFi user to go check out the yield. I think it's like two or three, almost maybe almost 3% to pair USDC and WAD. So if you're borrowing WAD, you get some risk-free yield at about a 1% rate, on borrowed cash, which is pretty attractive for some folks that are looking for that type of trade. All right, let's jump to, I've talked a lot. I don't know if there's been any humble swap updates just yet, but if anybody else on our Dorkfight team wants to add something, feel free. And if not, we'll move on to Aramid. Did you want to add anything?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Cool. I assume Shelly's
He's
not too.
working. I
Yeah,
sent him the unit for his distro. I sent out the council payments. So everyone should be happy in this audience. We're all getting paid. It's the fucking government cheese is sitting there getting it.
it's good stuff. Yeah, cheese for the mouse to munch on.
That's right.
All right, let's hear from Ludo. How you doing, Ludo? You have a good New Year. I appreciate the New Year's wish. It was
Happy
nice,
New Year.
yeah, seeing that in my DM. So I appreciate you.
So first thing, yes, giving feedback is good. So this time, like on last I don't know, meeting before the Christmas, we were discussing the Evolit, that it logs out the user after the inactivity. So there was added the dialog, which allows users to continue with their session. So this is implemented in Evolit. Now, next, there was a big technical update with the Evolit, moving more to type script safety, um, which was already merged to main, but is not deployed yet to the main website. So it's in the staging, basically. So yeah. Regarding this, I wanted to ask about this DEX aggregator, because the Evolit has now 3 DEX aggregators implemented. And if there is this void DEX aggregator, it might be good to integrate it also into Evolit. So is it open source, or is there some library to connect to, or how does it work?
I know that there are 2 DEX aggregators. There is the snowball swap. Let me see if there's documentation on that. And then there is also Alley. And yeah, it looks like Shelly's saying contact Zarmian.
Okay. And Xarmian has the snowball or this Ali?
He's got the snowball swap.
Okay. And the Ali is from who?
Alley is Shelly. So I dropped the snowball swap into the chat here.
Okay, but if I want to integrate it into Walid, I need some library. And the most interestingly, I am interested how it's coded. So is it open source?
Yes, it is open source.
Remember
Shelly's
when
saying,
you talked to Zarmian about Snowball Swap that it's a sexual reference. So when you talk to him about that, make sure
Jesus.
you ask him about that.
Okay, so there is this big technical update in Evolit. Then there is, and by the way, it's also the upgrade from the Algo SDK 2 to Algo SDK 3 with also more type safety. So, yeah, it's big change. That's why I'm taking a little more time for testing this. Then there is very big update, technical update for the Aramid. There is also this upgrade from the Algo SDK 2 to Algo SDK 3. And yeah, we have new product at Aramid. It's called ARC 200 to ASA bridge. And backwards, and basically it's for free, and is using two Shelly's standards, like how to bridge the assets, WNTT 200, and this exchange interface. So yeah, both are working. So yeah. Also with this big update, we will be releasing these. I think there should be unit issues gone with this. So yeah. Also, I've created this ARC 200 library, uh, the AlgoKit client generated basically, which is very good for developers to work with because there is type safety. And yeah, I tested it out on this Aramid ARC 200 bridge.
Nice.
Then what else? The yeah, we have still some unresolved base transactions still pending. It's because we want to create like the better explorer and better list of transactions to be refunding, and some automated process to or not automated process, but kind of semi-automated process for this. Shelly, by the way, you can speak if you want.
Uh,
You don't have to, right?
yeah, speaking of the bridge, did Daniel happen to mention what I sent him about unit?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, can I just tell you really fast, just in case?
Yes.
Um, so I know that the one thing that you probably know about was our request to make sure that the old version of unit was just disabled on the bridge so that people couldn't be bridging on the main site unit from Voy to the old version of unit on Algorand, because that having two different things is kind of it's a tough one for us for a lot of reasons, including liquidity depth. Um, the other, and had you heard about that one?
I'm sure it's not yet implemented because we need to remove this option from the bridging.
Yeah. No, I just want to make sure. I know it's probably not done. I just want to make sure that it's on your radar, so so you know about it. And then the
Okay.
other thing, the other thing is we'd like to ensure that when you guys do the update, that the unit just in general is removed as an option to go to base. And the reason for that is we're not sure the direction that we want to go with the token yet, and having an additional token on base doesn't seem like it makes a lot of sense right now. So if we
Yeah,
could,
but this basically creates like uh, unidirectional bridging is quite difficult because on Aramid front end there is the swap button where you can swap like if you are going from one to another token, you can just swap, and if this option is not available, then it might screw up the bridging process.
I just don't want it to bridge at all to base is what I'm saying. The
Okay, but the issue is like we must tell first everybody that this option is not going to be bridgeable anymore, like the
but
from base to void.
it never was in the past, so it doesn't matter. You can just
Yeah,
remove it
nobody's been able to bridge over there, anyways.
for
Yeah,
the whole
but
time.
until like it was not technically possible, like it's probably not possible, or not true, right?
I'm not sure what you're
And
saying.
only to base, also to Arbitrum.
It was never bridged to Arbitrum in the first place. And I don't think it was even really bridged to base. I think all you did was create a token over there and match it.
It never worked.
Yeah, I tried multiple times to try to bridge unit over to base, and it just never, you could never,
Okay,
you
so
could,
if there is no tokens there, then it should be easy to be
Yep,
removed.
yep. That's what I'm asking.
yeah, I don't think there's any tokens over there. We can double check.
There's not. I tried to bridge a couple and it never worked, and then I gave up. I brought it up at least 5 times in the Aramid chats and never got anywhere. So I just if it's removed, that's awesome because nobody has any. If there is anybody who's managed to bridge one or two, I will give unit out of my own pocket so that they can have some, but it's not going to be supported.
Okay, and does it apply for the Arbitrum as well?
It was never on
Because
Arbitrum.
you no, you are saying now like remove the base one. Do you want to remove also the Arbitrum one?
I guess so. I mean, nobody's been able to. I mean, I don't even know. Like, I mean, I've never used Arbitrum, so but I guess it's a bagman call. I would assume we want to just go ahead and remove it because there's not going to be any liquidity depth there. Nobody's going to be really moving anything to that location. Would you agree? Yep.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think there's any. I if it's not, if nobody's done anything over there. You know, there's yeah, we don't need it over there right now.
Okay, and which token is it? It's
Unit.
unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know how we would get like so um second. I don't even know how we would get there from you'd have to use the beta, right?
Yeah, the beta is probably the it's just before the release basically. Like I'm waiting for the test to be confirmed on beta, and then we go to main with it. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm urging people to test the beta of Aramid so that we can move it to main. And please report me any issues that you might have.
Okay.
Then okay, so yeah, and I have also good news. The ASA Gold now has higher TVL on Algorand than Mel Gold.
Yeah, very cool.
So
So
okay,
the,
what else?
yeah, I think this is for you too. There's a form for requesting markets to be listed on DoorFi. Speaking of your stable coins.
Okay, thank you. Because yeah, I wanted to get the vote and gold listed on DorkFi ideally. So thank you for the forum. What else?
Yeah, and for anybody else who's watching too, to get markets listed, there's a form on our dork.fi, or I think you can go to dorkfi.com, and there's a link to it at the very bottom as well. So it's just market listing request. And in the future, we are going to be pushing these things out to vote through our governance. Um, so unit holders will be voting on token listings.
From our vote coin.
Yeah, exactly. But it's good
Okay,
stuff.
so next I have news regarding the Biatek DEX. Biatek DEX is now officially on Algorand in mainnet, the dex.biatek.io. Oh, and I'm working on integrating this to Voi to put it because first thing I need to set it for the Explorer, the Biatek scan, and I need to and I want to add there the charts and also some um some uh, the price actions, like if the assets goes up and down. At the moment there is basically the asset prices, the live feed of the asset prices using the WebSockets. So yeah, that's
Everybody loves a good chart. Charts are good.
yeah. I have access to the um trading view charting library,
Oh yeah,
so it's going to be the trading view.
you're gonna have some sexy charts then. People love
Mhm.
those. I personally am one of those people that like the trading view charts as well. Good choice.
Yeah, they are the best.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, did you have to pay for that
And
library?
please
That's all
provide the
open source,
feedback.
right?
No, you have to sign the contract that you are not going to share the source code that you will be given access to, and then they give you access to the documentation and to the build binaries and stuff like this.
Oh, nice.
So, but yeah, they are quite restrictive.
Pretty straightforward.
So, thank you, and provide the feedback, please.
Yeah, absolutely. I think after this at some point, either today or tomorrow, Haruf, Shelley, and I will be trying to set up a multi-sig again and be able to provide some good feedback on that front from the Biatic.
Yeah, we'll fail again.
Well, no, he did make an update to it. So there's that. I saw that the timeout. Yeah, thank you for making that update for my smooth brain.
Yeah, the multisig I don't plan to integrate the backend to the Biatic wallet because like Opera and uh, the Fly basically has a backend and they track the users like the activity, and I don't like the tracking users because like I don't want the Google to basically be able to run the scripts in user interface. Oh, so yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. And on this call, we don't have Wilder to berate you. I tried to keep it fair. I'm sure that you've had your moments with him, but I just don't want this meeting to turn into tit for tat in the future. So um, yeah. Anyways, we appreciate you, Ludo.
And one question regarding the Aramid grant. Is there any progress, or what is the
Yeah, so
frozen
there is a
process?
grant pay application that was built for this distribution. So I'm not sure if it's been executed on, but I did share that information, like the instructions to Gov. So that we can follow up on too. Let me add this as an action item uh, to the agenda. Because there is an application that's been built for distributing, and it looks like Shelly's saying he doesn't think that anybody's set it up, just the executors going through the motions at the moment. The executor. That makes sense. But I know that there were previously some folks that were a little annoyed and upset just about money getting stuck and things like that. But it seems like you guys have really made strides to clean up any potential scams in your Discord and made some significant updates. And it sounds like you've got EasyK on the team nowadays to help out with the Discord, which is a fantastic move. So
The only thing,
Yeah, also in the beta website you can see the direct link to the Explorer, so people can track the transactions just
it's
before they are bridging, for example.
yeah.
the only thing to note though is there are a few people who still have like transactions that are stuck for months. There was somebody who was in here earlier who that Alibi guy, like I've seen him in Airman's
Yes,
history.
yes, I confirm. Like, I mentioned it before, but there are the transaction from base to Algorand or Voi, and we need to somehow make like it's a little more difficult to revert the transaction on base than on Algorand, that's why we need to settle the transaction, or the preferred way is to settle the transaction on the destination chain. And for this, we need like to do some improvements in the Explorer, and also we are doing these scripts that will allow to settle also not just the transactions that are claimed in the Discord, but also the other transactions that people didn't claim, for example, because there are some.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess just sucks for that guy if he's had something stuck for 2 months though, you know?
Yeah, I fully understand. We are working on this,
Okay.
and we are sorry for this.
I mean, do you even know how much he transferred?
There is few transactions, for example, some for $150, and I don't recall others, but yeah, it
Yeah.
should be settled soon.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking if it was my project and somebody got a small amount stuck, you know, I'd probably just give it to them and just recoup it on the back end. If it was a large amount, we might just be able to work something out to just solve it, you know? It's for somebody in his situation, it might be a substantial amount of money for him, and I'm sure there's some way to solve it without having to wait for the entire front end to be rebuilt.
Yeah, and there is also like I try to force the here at least for I transaction confirmation. So I involve Daniel as much as possible in this. So perhaps this is also making the delays, and Daniel is trying to improve the Explorer. So yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, well,
Let's,
let's move on to kind of social media stuff. And this would be helpful if have you, Ludo, do you have like a list of the updates that we could share with Fury and his team who's running the social media platform so that he can promote that Airmids made these updates?
Oh, I think we can publish these updates basically only after it's in the main application, right?
Okay.
So we need first to test this beta Arami and uh, enable it. Yeah, but basically enable it. There is no major update. There is just the technical update that the users will not see. So it
Yep.
may just screw the things up. And on Aramid, yeah, it's better to basically.
So as soon as you've pushed the updates and put them out there, I think it would be super helpful for folks to know about the updates, uh, and at least get some of that information to Fury and his team. I've seen a lot of really good, more engagement happening on the Voy account, but I think what would make it even more rich and engaging and helpful for broader community is that we can uh, we can definitely get him some information about individual project updates that he can be tweeting about as well on a regular basis. So it would be super helpful if when you've pushed that new update to either post it here in the Voyager committee chat. I think that would be a good place to do it, and or just directly message either the Voy account on Twitter or DM Fury what the information is in the updates, and then he'll be able to relay that information through Twitter as well. And he might have like a better streamlined process for providing those updates, but I think what we had talked about a few meetings ago was just posting updates in the Voyager committee chat. And what I'll do as well, Fury, if you're listening right now, which I think you are, I'll share some of the Dorkfy updates as well with you. We're pretty good about putting them out on our Twitter account and sharing them. Um, Sometimes it's like a day lag that we have on posting some stuff, but for the most part, we're pretty good about it. But I'll also share them in the Voyager committee. I'll start getting into a regular cadence with sharing them in the Voyager committee um, Discord forum here, so that you can start to pull that information right there and be able to post that stuff out as well. Give me a thumbs up if that sounds good, Fury. But yeah, any general in that, like, if you're also Ludo, if you're also looking for people to, beta test or, test or something, use the resource that we have, and, let Fury know what messaging that you'd like to put out there. Give him a good, like tweet or whatever saying, hey, I need some people to test Aramid, this new update. And he can be like, he'll post it out from the main account or whatever and tag you in it. Okay, cool.
Thank you, but technically, I don't want this to be like people get too much to know the beta
Okay.
website, because like people should use the main website, right?
Okay.
So
Yeah, let's go looking at the unit. Nobody bridge it to base right now. Please.
And fuck you if you do.
But yeah, thank you for sharing the link. I'll go ahead and do some testing as well for you and provide some feedback today. I know how important it is, and yeah, this is why we're here. We're here to help. Let me bookmark this while I have it. Cool. Awesome. Thank you, Ludo. Once again, appreciate you. And yeah, any messages that, once you push this thing live, let us know and we can make some noise about it. Because I think at the end of the day, this is the ecosystem committee, and we need to be, pushing out a lot of these new updates and stuff through the ecosystem committee and through our social media outlets. And Fury's been doing a good job of really just tweeting out pretty plain engagements, I would say. Not plain, but standard engagements. And if we could get some more meat to some of this stuff as well, I think that would be helpful. Like driving call to actions, that would be something that I'd like to see, you know, on a regular basis. Fury, if you're listening, driving a call to action to the builder meeting, driving a call to action to join this meeting, to join the council meeting, call to actions on using some of the applications and providing feedback, things like snowball decks. It'd be great to drive a call to action on downloading Voy wallet. I know it would be helpful to have some incentives for Voy wallet, and that's something else that we can talk about too in this open discussion. I think I would love to see, and I think that the rest of the community would love to see some type of incentive program for downloading Voy Wallet, whether it be an airdrop or a point system, or maybe a locked discount like what was being talked about towards the end of 2025, where if you buy a certain amount of Voi through iBuyVoi using the Voi wallet, then you would receive a locked contract for, I don't know, 5% or 10% of whatever you bought as well. I don't know how feasible that is in terms of, building out a feature like that. But if we pave the way for that type of activity, then it sets a precedent for people like Ludo here to also drive engagement to Biatic or Biotech wallet. Is it Biatic or Biotech? How do you say it, Ludo?
I say Biatek wallet.
Beatic, okay, Beatic wallet. So it would open up the door for maybe Ludo to submit a grant proposal to do something similar for distributions on Beatic wallet, and you would be able to, help get some more users on that front as well, and maybe we can get Kieran re-engaged with Cabesis and really start drumming up some more competitive behavior in terms of wallet development, that type of thing. So I don't know what your guys' thoughts are on that, but it would be something that I'd be happy to start to explore through this committee, and maybe create a proposal for that through the committee itself. And, yeah. Any thoughts, Haruf?
No.
No thoughts,
I
or
started to,
don't want
No,
it?
sorry.
I started to investigate how this quantum secure account works, and does anybody has any insight, like from the dev perspective, where is the documentation or something like this?
I don't. The only thing that I do know is that, if I'm not mistaken, it's like just a certain the whole chain isn't necessarily quantum secure. It's just the applications that are using that code
No,
are the quantum secure ones.
the accounts are quantum secure,
Yeah.
which basically are rekeyed to the logic seek, which is using this quantum secure signature. But I would I haven't seen anywhere the documentation for this. But like people are already requesting the XGO grants for this quantum secure some Java implementation. So I assume it should be somewhere. Or these guys who implemented it are very close to the source.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what team's behind that implementation, but it's definitely
Yeah.
somebody.
Also, we can remind that there is like this XGO voting going on. So anybody who wants to vote, please go on to vote. Because I think that the Voi and Algorand communities are pretty close. So if there is any XGOs, please do cast your votes. Thanks.
Yeah, sounds good. Um, have we heard anything about the network upgrade in a while? That's on this open discussion here.
It's being voted on and it's gonna pass.
Okay,
And
fantastic.
it's gonna take incremental changes to get it going.
Yeah, it sounded to me like Henrik is going to get involved and uh, he's going to help out with some of that stuff.
Yeah,
The
he's kind of core to making a lot of the stuff happen, and we haven't seen him for a while, but I was told that he was gonna be back around after the holidays, so.
Sweet, that's awesome. Henrik's a great guy. Remember sitting across from him at ETH Denver and sitting next to him at ETH Denver at one of our lunches. But yeah, good stuff. I know that there have been some updates to the BA exit policy procedure. I know that the veto was removed and a couple of other things were changed. It was kind of stripped down to, just like a written commitment to not receiving any more taking rewards. And I think a couple of other things. Has there been any other feedback from folks on that? No,
No, not really. I mean,
probably not in the last couple days.
no.
Yeah, so Void consensus upgrade, we talked about that one. The Nomadex hosting costs, I should say. Has anybody gotten in touch with WebDev?
I know that the council is working on a meeting with web dev and the Nomadex crew. We don't know who else that is besides him and Wilder for Monday.
Nice.
We want to have kind of a detailed conversation about the grant request and kind of understand a little bit more about what web dev is planning kind of for the future, so we
Yeah.
can make decisions. So that should be Monday.
And then from action items from the last couple weeks too, I'm putting together the media kit for Fury as well for additional projects. I've got one for Dorkfy, one for Envoy. I have the Nomadex media kit as well, or at least brand styles. I'll get that all together for you in one document with links to each of the additional projects. There are a couple of other projects that we can include in that as well. I know Humble Swap. We've got some stuff for you there. I just need to put it together for you. And if Ludo, if you have kind of your brand styles or maybe a link to the Aramid brands on GitHub or Biotech brands, that would be helpful as well, so we can start to get some form of or a simple way for the the social media management team to be able to pick and pull different logos pretty easily and make sure that we're on brand with everything. Do you know if there's a link on GitHub, on the Aramid GitHub, for all of your logos and brand styles or any of that?
The logo of Aramid should be on Aramid, and I'm searching for the Biotech. It should be somewhere here. So here.
Cool. And if you could just drop that in the Voyager committee. Oh, right there. Perfect. Awesome.
Here is Biotech project logos.
Yep.
In SVG, and
perfect. Very helpful. Sweet. Any other things that we want to talk about on open discussion, or anything else that people want to bring up?
I don't have anything like really pressing going on. Everything recently has just been kind of getting caught up from the holidays. Nuss has his hand up though.
Sweet. Yeah, let's get Nuss up here.
What's up, guys?
Hey,
Hi.
how we doing, Nuss? Good to hear from you.
Yeah,
Happy
doing
New
good, man. Happy New Year. So I was going to ask you guys, is Nomadex working good for you guys? Because every time I go to it, I can't do anything. It doesn't. I tried to clear the site data, and it just doesn't come up with much.
be honest, I haven't tried it in, at least a couple weeks now. The last time I used it was before the holiday, and it worked okay for a small amount of transfers.
I did swaps on both Nomadex and Humble today, and they went through okay. I was using Kinesis. I usually use Void Wallet now, but seems like it's working. I don't know.
Cool. So it's on my end then, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
No, you're saying no, but
Yeah, it doesn't load up any no data shows up. It's got zeros or just keeps spinning the refresh circle. So, but I don't seem to have any problem anywhere else with anything. So it just seems to be just that one.
Weird.
yeah, that's strange.
Oh, I think it happened to me also once, and I need to clear the local storage.
Okay. Try that and see where I can get.
Try to open it in anonymous window.
Yeah, it doesn't look like I'm having any problems. The one thing that I was having a problem with, and I reached out to web dev about, and he or they got back to me pretty quickly. About it was pairing WAD and unit together, and it wasn't appearing for me right away, but it just took like a day, and then it appeared. It was there. It just wasn't showing in your positions. So looking at it right now, it looks like he fixed that, or they fixed that, I should say. Yeah, we don't know. I think it's a he, but I have no idea.
You know, it is. It's either a guy or
A
guy
gal
playing.
or a they. Yeah. But the WAD unit pair is 75% APR. So I was pretty happy about that. It's just there's really no volume going on it right now. I don't think.
Yeah, I have like 51% of that pool. I think 51 or 53%.
Yeah, and I might be the other half. I might be. So. Yeah.
Cool. More for us. No,
Yeah.
not really. We want to see lots there. So.
Yeah, I mean, we want to see more volume going on too. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of volume happening right now.
Yep, we need exposure. We need some exposure.
Yeah, totally.
Yep. East Denver. Hopefully, that'll make a little mark on something for us. You guys all taking off there.
Yeah, and Fury, you did hear 75%. So, yeah, if you go pair WAD and unit, you would be getting 75%, and it looks like WAD and Voy on Nomadex is 23%, which is pretty solid. There is some decent volume going on there, it looks like, from my view that I'm looking at. I know also on Humble, there's some pretty nice yield happening. And the other thing about Humble too, which is a little unique, that's different than everywhere else, is that Humble pays rewards out in WAD. So you're getting your incentives in a dollar denominated stablecoin. So I think that's a really cool, aggressive way to do things. But yeah, it's like Voy AUSDC is 37.38% right now. Voy and WAD is about 40%, just over 40%. Voy and POW 15, AUSDC and WAD is 30%. So that's like crazy good. If you already have AUSDC and you go and you mint WAD for 1%, borrow fee, you're looking at like, and you pair what you already have in AUSDC and whatever you borrowed with WAD, you're looking at a real yield of about 29% on a stable coin, and it's being paid out in WAD as well. So you create kind of a loop where eventually you'll just end up having paid off your WAD loan rate as well. So it's yeah, it's pretty attractive right now, and I think that there's not enough people that are taking that action right now. I did see an influx, and I'm sure Ludo has seen it as well in AUSDC. So someone that I know who it is, but I won't dox them right now. They bridged over a significant amount of AUSDC, and when I say significant amount, I just mean comparatively to the ecosystem and what's been deposited previously. But yeah, there is like another $9,000-$10,000 worth of AUSDC that was minted, and then yeah, I guess bridged USDC over through Airmid and deposited onto DorkFi. And it looks like the TVL in this AUSDC and WAD pairing on Humble is like, it's pretty good. It's, you know, about almost $5,000 in that pair. So if you're looking for, you know, quasi risk-free yield, delta neutral position, that's probably the best spot to get it right now is on Humble. You know, between that, and then I know that we've increased the depth over on the algo side. So if you're on the algo side, there's some opportunities of USDC and WAD pairings out there, but none as juicy as this one. So you know, might be good time to start to look to bridge some USDC over to Voy, pair it with WAD, and capture some of that juicy yield that we're seeing. And part of this is, you know, through the DeFi incentive program that we passed a long time ago, and then re-updated recently. So you guys did this. It's good stuff. I'm just seeing it now, so I need to do something about it. All right, let's see. Anybody else got anything? I think we started right about 9:04. It's 10:04 right now. Full hour. Anybody else got anything before we kind of call it on this week?
Hey, yeah, just one more thing.
Yeah.
Was in a conversation on X with the AP, he was talking about how the block rewards should not come from the treasury; it should come from the fees. And do we have any type of plan to up our fees a little bit, or do you think that would be detrimental to us if we did up the fees to where it would pay for the like block rewards?
I think at the current price for Void, there's no way to increase fees to up to the point where like that would actually happen. You know, it's a combination of total usage, total transactions, and actual value of the token. And Void would need to be much farther along and more established in order for that to make sense.
And
Okay, so we
was,
sell more Void. Okay.
yeah, and I think also like the distribution of the block rewards was something that was somewhat predetermined in our whole governance structure itself as a way to redistribute the treasury to participants of the network. So, you know, it obviously isn't sustainable forever, but the schedule that it is on right now is sustainable for 20 years, I think is what the schedule is up to. And that's why you have Wilder out there, you know, kicking and screaming about making sure that Block Authority doesn't have isn't taking more than what they should be taking and participating in, running the network itself. And what will happen, and I think it's already happened, if I'm not mistaken, that the ballast nodes are no longer up and running, is that those rewards are redistributed to node runners, participation node runners. And so there should be increased block rewards across the board for the community in general, now that Block Authority is not taking as much. But I don't see any reason to increase fees. I think that, that would kind of go against what, our ethos is too, is really community driven. And I don't think that the community wants to increase the fees associated. Anytime that I hear Algorand Foundation talk about increased rewards, you get a ton of pushback from community members over there. And, I think that the same would happen here if we even entertain the idea.
Okay. Zarmian did say that was on his agenda for today, was to redo the void rewards to show where our block authority is no longer getting the block rewards.
Got it.
So.
And you're talking about void rewards auditor, that site.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Sweet. That makes sense.
He did say he was working on that. So
awesome. Yeah, and he's really good about pushing out those updates too. I know he's been. The other thing we didn't talk about was his AVM tool. It's like an easier way to launch contracts, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't had a chance to really dig into it just yet. I did go visit the site, but I need to go and test it out a little bit more. And I think maybe, yeah, I want to get my little hat game going at some point. So, yeah, I might be reaching out to Ludo again at some point for the. Here, I'll put this. I think I've got a link to it. Where's this AVM tool for Fury? Yeah, let me find it. But yeah, what I was saying was the Satoshi Dice or something like that. I may try to get something going, but it's hard. Balance time. Let's see, where's Armian?
AVM Satoshi Dice is here.
Oh, perfect. Thank you. Is that the contracts for it? Is that open source? Your contract?
Yeah, it's fully open source. Do you want the source code?
Yeah, that'd be great. Mess around with it. Find out. AVM Studio. There it is. avm-studio.com. Sweet. Thank you, Ludo. Appreciate it. Awesome. Yeah, Fury, that's the link. And here's some more information in case you want to share it out. I think you might have already shared, but yeah, there's just some status. Okay. Cool. Anything else that you guys want to talk about while we're still here? No?
No, good.
Speak now or forever hold your peace. It is raining in Seattle. It's going to be a gloomy day.
It's freezing in Prague.
Nice. Do you get much snow over there ever?
Not in Prague, but in outskirts.
Yeah.
There is some.
Sweet.
I'm going to skiing in 2
Oh
weeks.
yeah. Do you ski a bunch?
No.
No.
I was in Austria like during the Christmas period,
Oh, nice.
and there was no snow, like only these how you say it, the not natural, only
Right. It was all
from the
man.
machines,
Yeah.
technical snow. Yeah. And
I know they don't really do that here on the West Coast. They don't really blow any West Coast of the U.S. They don't blow any fake snow, so there hasn't been a whole lot of snow up in the mountains for people to go skiing yet. But I think Colorado has some snow, and the East Coast has snow over there. But yeah, it's been kind of a sad season for skiers this year. All right. Yeah, I saw this. There's the House of Voy update, a preview. Looks cool. Just a screenshot. Good stuff. All right, guys, I'm going to call it. Thank
right.
you for
have a nice
joining.
day.
Until next time.
See ya.
We'll follow up.